Right, let's make it morning. See what jobs we can get out of here. Oh yeah, there's TwitchCon in Berlin, isn't there? I forgot about TwitchCon. Are you going to that, Dave? Finland, don't want to go that way. Could go to Norway. More cottage cheese. Wait, what? I just moved the cottage cheese here. Why are we moving it again? Sam Rambo, welcome back. I feel like taking that just so I feel like I've moved cottage cheese twice. Yeah, don't bother taking it out of the back of the trailer. You can take it over to Norway now. Nobody wants the cottage cheese. Smoked sprat. Ooh. It's the wrong cheese, Gromit. I watched the Wallace and Gromit, was it the Curse of the Were Rabbit, I think it was. It's funny. I haven't got anything booked yet, Matty. I don't know who I'm going to fly with. Whoever's cheapest. I think the Norwegian airline's quite cheap. Flies out of Gatwick to Orlando, I think. Quite fancy driving to Norway, actually. I think we'll take that. Norwegian's the most expensive. It wasn't though, Chewy, like when I looked. It must have changed because when me and Mrs. Squirrel were looking over a week ago, it was like half the price of everybody else. It was crazy cheap. Non-stop from Gatwick. But yeah, have you booked it yet, Chewy? Because I just don't, well, obviously you've not. I just don't know who I'm flying with yet. Where do we pick this up from, I wonder? How much? How much? Chewy, they honestly, they are nothing like the numbers I was seeing. Nothing like the numbers I was seeing. Probably wait till after Christmas because I think they've messed about with the prices. It is. It's the same job. We just brought cottage cheese to this depot and now we're picking it up again. Thanks, Magic folks. You got a friend who's an engineer at Thomas Cook and he says he can get me 670 premium, but man. Thomas Cook premium? I didn't even know they did it. Sam Rambo, I use a VPN when I need to, but I don't have it on all the time. These steering trailers are a right laugh. You're booking between the 5th and the 12th for the prices I've just listed. One of my browsers is tracking the prices. I'll have to have a look. I know there was a cheap one, but it went via Reykjavik, I think it was. That might have been Norwegian as well. If you have it, turn the option to allow stops and see what happens. I think via Reykjavik was a heck of a lot cheaper, but obviously you've got a stop to deal with. Still, you get to land in Reykjavik, which can't be all bad. Oh, that's close. Yeah, I'd rather do direct. Last year I flew to LA. And then on to Vegas. Saved quite a lot of money doing it. Yeah, I need to book it in January as well. Are you flying with Durka again, Chewie? What about accommodation though? Have you even looked yet, Chewie? Hop on a Cessna, what, and fly to Orlando? Right. I think Durka's going. He's going to be brewing for the event, isn't he? Tom Trek, we're on about the Flight Sim Expo in Orlando next year. Here's my new friend. What, this guy? This guy here. He's still trying to hack the Fortnite servers to get them all shut down. He says he's a great hacker, but he's using Windows 8 Metro interface, so I'm not entirely convinced that he's a great hacker. But he did say that he could script as well as all the good kids. But he's, like, all evening he's not got in there yet. Any hacker that uses Windows 8 Metro interface, you know. Four-hour drive for you, Ma. Yep, that's not far. L991, thank you for 2 months, Al. I flew BA 747 Chewie, and then I flew Virgin Atlantic 747. No, I flew the Dreamliner. The Dreamliner is so nice. Such a smooth flight. I'm glad I did the 747. And like you say, I know they're going to decommission them, but the problem with the 747s is they're all a bit tired now, like, and they're not going to spend money on them because they know they're going to decommission them. So they're all getting a bit tired inside. Like, you know, the head jack doesn't work, or the buttons don't work, and that kind of thing. Leather's got a bit cracks in them. I'd like to fly something like an Airbus A330 or something like that. To get some fuel. Going all the way. Had a few issues with the Max, didn't they? You're flying up to Northern Cali middle next year. It'll be on a Dash 8. Pretty excited. As long as you get good weather, a Dash 8 will be fun. But if you've ever watched those, like, crosswind landings in Dash 8s on YouTube, you look at that and you think, yeah, don't think I fancy that. What was it like, Rob Aviation? The A340 and the 330, what was it like? Yeah, but Zinam, that was the perfect argument. The Millennium Bug will cause all these problems. So that all this money got spent on the Millennium Bug, and then nothing happened, and they went, well, you see, because we spent all that money. So it was like the perfect argument. Timmy boy, I will show you the truck once we get on a straight road and get a bit of daylight, because it's hard to see right now. We're in Sweden. We're going to cross over into Norway. There you go. Sundsvall. We're heading out of. Well, there was some talk of it in Insane Clown, but I don't think they've done an event like that for a bit. I'm not sure. I have the same Thrustmaster shifter that you drive with. Is that the Almar shifter you have, and do you have to buy a special version of the Thrustmaster? No, it fits on top. That's compatible with the Logitech and the Thrustmaster. A very nice system of space and economy, but the really nice aircraft, especially with Verges, are all refurbished. Yeah, I don't think I'd fly economy again, transatlantic. It's just, the leg room isn't there for me. It was not comfortable. Like the return leg, 10-hour return leg from San Francisco, I didn't sleep one wink. It was horrendous. I was sat there for 10 long hours thinking, was it really worth saving £200 for this? No. Squirrel Logistics, my missus bought me a very nice new Audi A4 Estate. Wait, what? I hope you and your family had a good Christmas. Squirrel Logistics, since when does your missus buy you a brand new Audi A4 Estate? My missus doesn't do that for me. Yeah, Chewy, I flew economy on the 747 and it was just not good. That was BA. Not good. It's not just that though, it's like the density of people and the noise and stuff. Premium just seems to attract a bit less noise. BA refurbing the 777 fleet in Gatwick. You flew the premium and it was good. Cabin needed to be done up, the food was nice. I've heard the 777s haven't got a great deal of room. I would like to fly the 777 though, because I just love the G90 engine and I really want to fly it. Yeah, the prices on premium economy are generally about 50% more than economy. But with Virgin, I've noticed it can just suddenly, like, double. So, Chewie, if you fly... I thought upstairs on the 747 with Virgin, I thought that was, like, first class and you know, not premium. What is that guy doing in the road? Upper class is downstairs. Wait, so what? Upper class is downstairs. So premium economy is upstairs. Upstairs is a few rows of premium and then a few rows of economy. What? That's weird. Triple 7X is amazing. Not flown on that. On BA, business is upstairs. So Virgin and BA are doing it differently. Because I remember getting on the BA 747, and I remember the, like, upstairs was definitely, like, business class. Alright, Chewie. Somebody wanted to see the outside of the truck. Let's have a quick look. You've been keeping up the development of it. Main thing I'm looking forward to in 2019 is just the weather getting better, and now I can actually fly. I can actually enjoy flying with the weather. Because I got my license right at the end of 2018. So the weather just went... You're also board first and leave the plane first, being upstairs. Blimey. Oh, AI sat-nav, I am not falling for that, chestnut. No way. Did you see that? He was trying to route me on the on-ramp. Nah. Nah, it's alright. We'll be fine. I think that was a... I think that was a unique thing that happens every number of years. I tell you what though, winter night flying is just so good. So good. Optimistic weather forecasters, Eric. Oh my god. Yes I do, Birdman. Helping Boeing broadcast the first 777X out of the factory. They'll be cautious this time, I think. Firefighter, given what happened with the 737 Max. If you go to Reykjavik, don't go to the community centre. They have the worst customer service. I have my license to 2KS. I'm just trying to do my night rating. So I have my PPL, but I want to add my night rating before winter ends. That allows me to fly without the restriction of having to land. What the heck, bro? What's that? What you stop for? Just the most random stop. Allows me to fly without the restriction of having to land within 30 minutes of sunset. You know, which I don't intend to use very much, but it's there if I, you know, for whatever reason, you get delayed. You don't have to sort of get forced into landing, which is what happens if you don't have a night rating. So you take the day out somewhere and you're flying back and you get delayed for whatever reason. Suddenly find that you can't make it back on time. You're like, great, now I've got to divert to the nearest airport and land because I can't legally fly. Whereas if you have your night rating, it removes that restriction. Boom's working much better now, Connor. I'm glad to hear it. So yeah, this skin will be available tomorrow in the workshop. It's a 2019 Squirrel Logistics. Alright, Mr. Chewy, I shall look at that later. Let's find a fuel station now. Expensive is it to get a PPL? You've got a minimum number of hours that you have to fly, which is 45. So 45 times whatever your flight instructor rating is, which for me I think was about 140 an hour, including the plane and instructor. So you're going to multiply 45 by 140, and then you've got to add on thing like any landing fees, you got any equipment you need to buy, any books you need to buy, any exams you need to take. Generally speaking, it'll cost you between 7 and 10,000. Depends where you are, though. Yeah, it's different in the States, firefighter. The thing is, once you get your PPL is for life. You don't lose it unless you're stupid. But you just have to keep your rating going. So you have one license and you can have many ratings. You start off with an SEP, which is a single engine prop rating, and you can go on to do other things. I don't own a plane, no. It's a lot of money, but I kind of considered it an investment, and it was something I really wanted to do. Yes, I have my license. I got it in October. You fly out of Prestwick and it's 207 an hour in the PA-28. That's a lot. The PA-28 at my school was, including an instructor, 165, I think it was, including an instructor. That's pretty expensive. Yeah, Ben, I'm looking for a fuel depot. Thing is, single engine planes, like, it sounds like a lot of money, but when you start looking at everything else, like a twin engine plane, or even a jet, or a turboprop, you look at the price of that and it's just like, what? That's true, Tommy. Yeah, the landing fees are steeper though. It's like, I think if you fly to Stansted, the landing fee, sorry, not Stansted, if you fly to Southend Airport, the landing fee there for a GA plane is about 35 or 38 pounds, something like that. If you fly up to Norwich, which is another international airport, the landing fee is about 33 or 34. If you fly to Stansted, £300. Simply because they don't want GA planes to land there. It's just a joke. It's an absolute joke. I almost feel like there should be limits on what they can charge, because it's just a joke. Still Rubku, thank you for the host. How you doing, sir? I don't know what you mean, Lotus. What happened with the 737? Yeah, they don't want them though, you see. They just want other big jets to come in. There are various ways they can stop you flying in. You know, one is to say, you know, we don't accept VFR, which is kind of like what Heathrow does. The other way is to just go, yeah, you can come here, charge you 300 quid. At which point nobody comes. Yeah, Ribku, where's Rob? This is outrageous. Where's the other half of this duo? Yeah, that was the 737 MAX that crashed not long ago in the news. Killed everybody on board. Eagle Fist, see you later. To do with a faulty sensor, if I remember. Faulty sensor, and the computer was trying to adjust the plane, and it just, angle of attack was wrong, and it went. Yes, you can land at Duxford, Modus. It's one of the things I want to do in 2019 is land at Duxford. I believe it's a £20 landing fee, and you get you get a ticket for 2 hours for everybody in your plane to go around the museum. And that sounds great. And because they have like military aircraft landing there, I believe, and I've not looked at the details, but I believe GA aircraft are in one pattern and military's in another. So you might get like interleave for landing Spitfires and things. Imagine how cool that would be. You've no idea where Rob is? Oh, life. That's like Morecambe not knowing where Wise is. I'm not bad, Mr. Garmin. So I definitely want to go to Duxford. Duxford's not that far away though, so it'd only be a short flight really. But it would be nice. It's a nice approach into Duxford. It's right next to the A14, I think. Yeah, I've been to Duxford a couple of times. I've just never flown into Duxford. I want to go to the south coast as well next year. I'd maybe like to go to the Isle of Wight. I think Whiteland should live on the Isle of Wight. It'd just be perfect. Because the Isle of Wight is quite literally a white land. Balamory. It's a bit far. Hopping over to Europe I may do at some point, Bigfoot, but I want to get my hours up first, going to different places before I start going over to like France and stuff, and having to deal with ATC with a French accent. It's close, Whiteland. You could just like buy the island Whiteland and just live on it. It's got its own tube system, well not tube. They use tube trains from London Underground and use it as a train system. Yeah, I'd like to go to Jersey. You're running out of fuel. You got a coffee, Whiteland. Why am I doing 17 and 80 zone? Because 80 is the speed limit. When it says 80 with a red circle, it means don't go over that speed. That's what it means. It's a limit. It's not like a minimum or a requirement. It's a limit. So when you're driving in like icy, snowy conditions, you don't look at the speed limit and then do that. That's not the idea. Also, I've got my eyes out for a fuel depot. Is it unrealistic, Whiteland, because what, you just can't do those speeds, or what? Let's try, I don't really need fuel. Got 300 range. Tell SCS Whiteland. Have the sound fix this packless stack. could say Pro Mod Scotland is realistic, but Nessie is there. Bigfoot Bob, if you look at my dash, just to the right of my dash, it says I have 85 litres of fuel. And just underneath that, it says I have a 267 kilometre estimated range. Then if you look bottom of the screen, it tells you my ETA, and it says there the distance is 102. So we have 265k of range and 100 kilometres to go, so we should be fine. An early night before tomorrow's late one, Chewie. Have a good one, mate. If I don't speak to you, have a happy new year. You don't trust it? Okay. It's never accurate. It does depend, like if you start driving up hills and stuff, you'll burn more fuel, so it's not accurate, but it, you know, we're not cutting it thin here. Not really sure, Warpig. I haven't been through the list. I know there's a few NAF ones coming up. There's a few, like, you know, Alaskan truck sim or whatever it is, and what's the other one? What's that trucking one? Truck driver or something? I don't know. One where you can get out your truck and change your wheel and then shoot a rabbit, that one. Lotus? Nah, I don't reckon you'll see Lotus till 2020. I hope you have a party popper ready for tomorrow. The last time Mrs. Squirrel did that last year, she like used party poppers and then just walked out and left me to clean up the mess. I was like, yeah, that's great. When's the next TMCN? 2019. See, we could grab some fuel. But is it worth it? I don't think so. Well, Hannah, I know how it feels. Like, I don't mind people setting off party poppers in here. It's just the fact they walk out and leave me to clean up is the problem I have. We are heading southbound on the E6. I hope Jeff Jefferson has a good New Year's Eve party. It's a free mod, Mr. Fig. Hemmel's route advisor. It's quite nice when you get used to it. Good night, Joe Rinder. done without that on the bend. How far are you able to go on your plane on a tank, Tom Trick? If you fill the plane up, if you fill the plane up completely with fuel, you'd probably be able to take 1, at most 2 passengers, and you would be able to fly for about 4 hours maximum. That will give you a range of about, depending on wind, well, let's say no wind, should give you a range of about over 300 nautical. But you'd have to land before that, really, because you're not allowed to fly with next to no fuel. You always need to have like 30 minutes of fuel remaining minimum. T1. Destination is in sight, and we've still got 30 odd litres of fuel left. Well, yes, Zenon, but they also have to have enough fuel to divert as well. They have to have enough fuel to divert, be in a hold, and have a minimum reserve, so... Fuel equals money. More weight, more fuel. No, it's not Jules. Do you know what? I was actually wondered if it was. Can we drive around the back there? 1 second. Connor, we are nearly there. Hammerjack, welcome to the Net House. Thank you for the anonymous gift. The Vanilla Nut House, welcome back. I'm beginning to think this wasn't the best idea now. Oh boy. Ouch. Wait, what did it hit? They put an invisible wall here. Come on. Oh my god, they have. Why would they do this? Why would they put some invisible nonsense there in the snow? Why? Visit Iceland and rent an aircraft and do circles. Do you know what? That would be, like, flying in Iceland would be amazing. Like, if you've seen pro mods, you've seen the airfields they have. Some of the landing, though, would just be incredible. The view, oh man. Excelente. Excelente. That was our last delivery of 2018. Like a glove. Love the truck skin. That will be available in the workshop tomorrow. Polly's workshop. I'm pretty certain he's going to post in the Discord chat room. I hope that horn's not for me. Just the AI being derpy again. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm sure some of you will be here tomorrow, and some of you won't be here tomorrow for the stream. Let's have a quick look at the Christmas schedule. We're kicking off at 5 o'clock with some Siege, some shooty in the face, and then playing a bit of Rocket League, and then we'll be switching to GTA 5 to take us into 2019. If you're not here, if you're going out doing something else, have a great one, and I'll see you all in 2019. Just don't forget that after tomorrow's stream, I am taking a little break, and I won't be back until Saturday the 12th, I think it is. One sec. Yeah. I'll be taking a little break, so there'll be effectively no streams next weekend. Think of it that way. And then I'll be back on the Saturday, so I'm having a little break. But if you are here tomorrow, then I shall see you then. Kicking off at 5, going into the new year. The stream is ending. No! It'll be on again tomorrow, Heyman. Don't worry about it. And of course, all the streams will be on SquirrelPlus if you missed them anyway, you want to catch up with them. But whatever you're doing, whether you're here or not, have a good one. Don't party too hard, you'll only regret it. You just got here. There's always a person that says that when you close your stream. Every stream somebody says that. Oh, I see what's going on. Carnage. Utter carnage is what's going on over here. The AI can't make sense of it. It's like, let me reverse this out the way. Oh no, somebody put a BDF on me. Durr. This is great. It might as well be MP. Ricky Cheng, 13 months. Click on the before stream end. Thank you, Ricky. That's brilliant. Anyway, have a good one, and I'll see you tomorrow if you're here. Take it easy, guys. Love you all. Good night.